Monica, and welcome back to my channel. Well, during one of my YouTube lives, I was talking about this brush basin, and many people indicated that they weren't familiar with it. So I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about it and share with you some of the features that it has. So as a mixed media artist, I often use paintbrushes, collage mediums, items that will basically dry out my brushes if I don't have them in some sort of a liquid after using them. And a lot of times when I am creating a project or doing a live or just playing in my craft room, I don't necessarily want to get up and down every time I use one of my paintbrushes. Now, in the past, I've used just a cup full of water, and that works fine, but there are some risks involved in that. The first risk, of course, is it spilling all over my project. And then the second risk, well, it's not really a risk more than an inconvenience, is I have to mix all of my mediums in that one cup. So I was out this weekend and I saw this in a discounted bin. And I looked it up on Amazon because I wanted to see exactly, what the product was about and if it was even still available. And it is. And it had some really great reviews. So let me go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So when you get the brush basin, it comes essentially like this. So you're going to have it with a little top. You have places here where you can put smaller items, I guess. But for the most part, this is for your brushes. Now this brush is a little bit too thick, but essentially you get the idea. So if you have several brushes that you might be working with, but you don't necessarily want to put them away or clean them up, you can easily rinse them out and then stick them here for future use. Now, as you can see, when I open this up, the brush basin has 3 compartments. The first compartment is where your water will go, and as you use your brush and you want to clean it off, it has these ridges in here, so you can run the brushes through and kind of clean it off after you've rinsed it in your water. Now, you could certainly leave it in here if you wanted to, but this compartment here has these nice little ridges where you can simply rest your paintbrush like so. So if you have a skinnier paintbrush or maybe even a smaller brush, like one of your mixed media brushes, it may get lost in here. But if you have a little ridge, you should be able to just kind of stick it right there after you use it. Now, as you can see, it has 2 compartments here. So if you have different types of mediums that you're working with, you can keep them separated. So for instance, if you're just working with paint, you might want to keep your brush in here after you clean it, just in case it has any residue. And then if you're working with items such as collage medium or maybe crackle paste, anything that might be a little bit thicker, you might want to keep that separated from your paints. So it's really nice to be able to have 2 separate compartments to be able to rest your brushes in. Now, the other thing that this comes with is a little place to put some of your inks or paints or whatnot. So if you are painting, you can easily add your different colors here and use this as your base for all of your colors. So that was a nice feature. But really, when I purchased this, my intent was to basically use this for the most part, because I didn't necessarily want to have my cup on my desk anymore, just because when I'm creating, I tend to get a little bit messy, and my work area tends to get smaller and smaller, and my work surface tends to get more full of items. So I really wanted to be able to keep this separate and something that was sturdy, wasn't going to tip over, and I can still put my brushes in there. So that's it. Just a quick overview of this brush basin. They're not very expensive, and if you are lucky enough, you might be able to find it in a discounted bin like I did over in Tuesday morning. So I hope that you've enjoyed this quick demonstration of what this King Art brush basin does. And if you're interested in getting one for yourself, I will leave links below in the description box. All right, everybody. We'll see you again next time.